Hello, Rob White here with OnClarity. I would like to welcome you to the third video segment in the Getting Started video sessions. Don't forget, you can pause the training video at any time so you can try these settings on your own computer. So from the home page, let's select Settings and select the Preferences. And in this video, we're going to talk about the Report Generator. This is going to define how your report will look when you print it. Before starting, I'd like to remind you about the display tooltips. You can turn the display tooltips on, and when you select a field, you'll see a message box that comes up and explains what this field is for. For the training video, we're going to turn the display tooltips off. The first item is whether you want your issues to print first or your comments. In the previous video, we discussed how Introspect gives you the option of separating your comments based on whether it's just an informational comment or if you're describing a deficiency or something that requires repair. So again, we've given you the option whether you want your issues printed first or your comments. Let's go ahead and select issues first and take a look at a report. We're going to look at a report where I have 3 bedrooms defined. And we'll look at the master bedroom, and you'll see I have some comments here, and if I select issues, I also have some issue comments. So let's generate the report and see what that looks like with the issues first. Again, I can go to my table of contents and select walls, and it will take me to my master bedroom and walls. Here we see the issues are first, and my comments follow. If I like it the other way around, then I can turn issues first off. We'll regenerate the report. And now you'll see I have master bedroom comments first, and then my issues. The next 4 fields describe spacing between room definitions, item types, between issues and comments, and before item header names. So let's look at room spacing first. We'll set this to 0. Let's generate the report. We'll go back to our walls. And here you see master bedroom, but I don't have a space between my last comment and my header name. So each of the bedrooms following that, no space in between it. Let's go back and set that to 1. And we'll regenerate the report. Let's go back to our walls, and now you see I have a blank line in between my rooms. So it makes it a little bit easier to read for your clients. The next field will be the note type spacing. This is the number of blank lines to insert between the last comment and the start of issues. So if I set this to 0, and we generate the report, I go back to walls. Now you'll see after my last comment, issues starts directly after that. So no space in between it. If you'd like to have a space, then we go back to report generator, increase that to 1, regenerate the report, and now you see we have a blank line before issues start. Let's go back to settings and take a look at item type spacing. Item type spacing defines the spacing right after the type field of the report and before comments. With the inspection form, there are type fields like under ceiling and floors where you can put, say, the type of flooring material if you want to record types of flooring in each room. With this field set to 0, let's go back to the inspection and select ceilings and floors under one of the bedrooms, and we'll select the floor type, then generate the report and see how the report will look. So if I pick a bedroom and I go ceilings and floors, these over on the right side of the screen you'll see type attributes. I can call this in either through voice comments or I can just check it. So here we're going to say the type is carpet, and let's go generate the report. And now under ceilings and floors, you'll see I have a types is carpet. With 0 spacing, my comments start directly after that. Now let's set it to 1. And we'll go back and regenerate the report. We'll go and select ceilings and floors, and now you'll see I have type carpet and then a space. So again, flexible and giving you the options as to how you want your report to look. We'll go back to settings, and the last item is the inspection item spacing. This places a blank line before each of the items in the report. Under each section, like structural systems, you have items like foundations, grading, drainage, roof covering. With this field set to 0, let's go back and look at the inspection. Let's go back and look at ceilings and floors now. So we go to ceilings and floors. You will notice after the last comment under ceilings and floors, it did not do a space between the last comment and my next item, which is doors. Let's go back and set this to 1. We'll generate the report. We'll go back and select ceilings and floors. And now here's my ceilings and floors, my last comment, and I have a space between my last comment and doors. The next 2 items under the report generator allow you to change the color of the comment and issue header. As you can see, I've set the comment header to blue, and I've set the issue comments to red. So let's take a look at the report. And since we had comments and issues under the master bedroom, here you can see my comment was labeled blue, my issues are red. Now the next item, PDF image quality. This allows you to set the size of the PDF file that will be generated. If I set it to the maximum, and let's say you took your pictures with a very high resolution, the PDF file is going to be extremely large, and it can be in the tens of megabytes. By setting it to midpoint, or maybe just a little bit above it, you still maintain the image quality of your photos, but it keeps the file size down about 2 to 3 megabytes, and that's well within reason for emailing your reports out. You have the option if you have status boxes. If you're in Texas, we have 4 check boxes, and you have the option whether or not you want to use an X or a check mark in your status box. The next item is page break after systems. Now under Systems, let's go back and take a look at Systems. Systems is your structural system, electrical systems, heating, plumbing. This option gives you whether or not you want to do a page break in between these. And with this one, it's already set that it does do the page break. So if I back up a page, you'll see we had enough space here to start that. But because we put the page break in, it starts the electrical system on another page. This may make it convenient if you are, if they want to give, say, all the electrical issues to your electrician, then they don't have to give them the entire report. It's broken up into each section for them. Let's go back and turn page break off, and we'll generate the report. And if I turn page break off, I can now set my system spacing, and this will determine how many lines after the last comment to the beginning of my system headers. So if I leave this to 0, and now let's go down and select Electrical Systems. You'll see that right at the end of my Structural Systems, Other was my last item under Structural. It started Electrical Systems with no spacing. I can go back and add a couple of spaces. And we'll regenerate the report. So now you can see right after my last item, I start my electrical system. I've got some break here. So again, very customizable as to how you want your report to look. The last 3 items pertain to the whether or not you want a table of contents. If I turn table of contents off, then the next 2 fields are grayed out. If I want to do table of contents, I can determine how many levels I want, and if I want leading dots between the last definition and the page number. Here I've got it set to 3 levels. Let's take a look at the report. So my table of contents, I start off with my structural system as level 1. Level 2 is going to be the foundation. And because I have defined rooms underneath my walls, here is my level 3. I have my leading dots out to my page number. And also each of these items in the table of contents is a link that will take me directly to that place in the report. If you prefer not to have a table of contents, then we would turn that off. And now when I generate the report, I go straight into my inspection report. As you can see, Interspec Voice has given you many different options to customize the software for how you do an inspection and how you would like your report to look. This concludes the 3rd video in the Getting Started series on setting your report generator preferences. In the next video, we will finish setting the preferences in photo and email. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to submit a service ticket or call 1-800-975-3017 for support. Thank you and look forward to seeing you on the next video.